Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how to teach a baby animal, specifically a baby pig, how to take to a bottle. There's a couple of different ways to get an orphan baby pig to take its colostrum or formula. We've tried both in the past with using a flat dish and also using a bottle or different types of bottles. I'm going to show you how to use a bottle because to me it seemed like it works better with the nature of a pig being a pig. When a piglet is born, it's going to latch onto its mother's teats. And the best way to simulate that is, in my opinion, is a bottle with a nipple on it. We've used several different types of bottles. We've used a very small, like 2-ounce bottle with a big long nipple on it. We've used them with short nipples on them. We've used baby bottles with nipples on them. This one that we're using today is just a Coke bottle that has an attachment on it that you can get at your feed and seed or your Tractor Supply, and it just screws on. I'll show you. Ooh, little buddy. I'll show you how that works real quick. It's just a simple cap, just like a Coke bottle cap, and you just put your colostrum inside the bottle, warm it up. You don't want it to be too warm, just like you would a baby. And then you just screw the lid on and you're ready to go. Now, one thing I will suggest from experience is it is easier to feed a baby piglet, because they are going to squirm around, is to wrap them up in something, blanket, towel, whatever, to get them to where you're almost like a regular baby. You're going to wrap them up and kind of swaddle them to get them to where they're not squirming as much. Okay, little buddy, it's time to eat. Okay, now the next thing you're going to want to do is you definitely want to tilt the bottle up just like you would a baby. Calm down. Alright, now, you see how I've taken my thumb and kind of pried his jaw open just a little bit. You don't want it to be really, really wide. And then all you're going to do is kind of separate. Alright. You want to get the nipple in their mouth, and then their tongue is curved. So you want to lay it in the tongue, and then if you'll look at my hand, you'll see that I'm very gently squeezing on his snout to encourage him to suck on that bottle. And that also helps the stuff come out. Now you see him? See how he's taken to the bottle? And there it goes. Now, you want to be careful not to let them drink too much at a time, because you don't want them to aspirate, which means they get the liquid down into their lungs. Just like if you or I were to drink too fast and we get it down into our trachea, into our windpipe. You know, you always hear the saying, it went down the wrong pipe. It's the same kind of thing with piglets. You don't want them to get the liquid down into their trachea, into their windpipe, to get down into their lungs, because they will aspirate and they can die that way. Another way, too, to encourage them to eat and take from the bottle is to also find where their throat is, up underneath, and just very gently rub on it, because that will also encourage them to swallow. So again, all you need to do is just, and you can see that the swaddling didn't help very much. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. Right now he's really feisty. I think the colostrum is working. It's making him more energetic. He's getting food in his system. So he's very naturally inquisitive. He's wanting to find out what's going on, because, you know, we're not mama pig. We're mama human. So he's still checking everything out. You'll see that he's rooting around trying to get a hold of something to be able to put his mouth on. You see how he's trying to suck on my pinky. So what you do is just, you'll feed them for the first 24 to 48 hours. You're going to feed them 1 ounce every 2 to 3 hours. Which means tonight we'll be up in the middle of the night, a couple times at night, feeding this piglet 1 ounce of liquid. So it's going to be fun. But that'll just make you taste better, huh? Anyway, once again, let me show you how to do this, because I know a lot of people don't want to have to rewind and watch a video again. You'll see how I've got his mouth, and I just very gently pry open his mouth, and they will make noise. You cannot be afraid of the noise that they make, because it is horrendous. It will send you crawling up the side of a wall. But you just got to get used to it. Okay, buddy, calm down, calm down. Okay, I know. Okay, and so then you grab the snout and kind of encourage him. And then they'll either take it or they won't. You just cannot give up. You can't get discouraged. But you saw the first time how he latched on, and I'm assuming he's had enough. He drank quite a bit. You got to remember that these guys are really, really small. So it's not like a human baby where you're expecting them to drink 4 ounces. An ounce, if you really measure an ounce out, it's not very much. So you're just going to give him that food, and then what I want to do is make sure that he stays warm after he's had that food, because you want to make sure that he digests it properly. We don't want him to get sick and lose him to something else that could have been prevented by keeping him warm. Hopefully this has helped you. Good luck. Cows, everything is pretty much the same kind of concept. You want to get the nipple inside the mouth and let the tongue curl around it, and then grab the snout gently and just kind of very slowly squeeze the snout. Another thing that you can do also is to simulate just like how a mother pulls away a little bit from the animal. You can take the bottle and kind of pull the bottle away, just because what it does, it provides a little bit more of a need for them to have a suction on the nipple, so you can simulate that action as well. That also will help encourage them to drink. And then finally, just remember, don't give up. Just keep trying, because they're worth it. Have a good day. Let me remind you, check us out on our website is www.bigbearhomestead.com. You can also check us out on Facebook. Give us a like, and you'll get all of the posts that we post about our garden that's going to be going in this spring, and also these animals. We're going to have a lot of births around here, so you'll want to check those out. Also, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, where you found us today, and you'll get to see all of the fun things, exciting things that we're doing this spring and summer. Have a nice day.